Hello everyone, this is Dulayne here. Just doing a response video in a way I guess you could call it, but I had a plan to do this anyway. Just watched the video by GamingFeud about the 3DS. Now, how can I go about this without sounding like a fanboy? I've never been a fan of 3D. Never really been into it. It's just to me, it's something that comes out every 10-15 years. Has its day. People like it, people love it, then they get bored of it, it dies out, comes back again later on. Fair enough, this time we're in a bit of a better situation, and then technology wise, not economically, technological terms, if I can get my words out, we are a lot better and they can do more with it. But I don't personally think it's worth investing. I think it's about £250 in the UK. No, it's about £200 in the UK. About $250 to $300 in US terms. And I know I won't be buying it. Well, first of all, I couldn't afford it anyway. But I wouldn't, from my point of view, I'm not a fan of 3D. So why would I spend the extra money on a new console just because it's got 3D capabilities? If I'm not going to use it, I'm paying money for something I'm not going to use. So that's really one thing, you know. And I just don't think it's worth it. I think it's just, I mean, you can't blame them for trying, but are Nintendo doing it to try and make easy money? I think they're just, you know, churning things out what are, how can you put it, economically viable. Because I know people go and buy it. You know, people are not gonna. People who are really into DSs are gonna just, you know, oh, if they can afford it, they're gonna buy whatever. You know, and I think that's bad, really. I mean, if you can afford it and you like 3D, fair enough, go for it. I'm not gonna stop you. Even not that I'd have a chance of stopping you. You know, but I don't think at the moment it's worth it. I mean, they've only brought out a handful of games, haven't they? I mean, I haven't really been following it, but anyway. And that's why I'm actually, now this is going to sound fanboyish, it's not, because I am a big fan of touchscreen technology, and I have Samsung Galaxy S, which is OLED, which is pretty easy to use, pretty smooth, pretty quick. Now that leads up to what I'm actually going to be buying, which is the NGP, or Sony's PSP2, which seems to be pretty good, really. Looks like the technology is really enjoyable. Now, I'm not a mad gamer on handheld consoles. However, I could see the reason why I want to buy it is, well, the main reason I use this phone is you've got YouTube, web browsing and all that, and considering it's a 5-inch screen, I think I could use that more than just a gaming device. It would be really useful for, like, say, if you're tired or bored or whatever and you're in bed and you're just like, well, I can't get to sleep. You know, some people read books, some people do crossword puzzles or whatever. I could see myself sitting there with the NGP, watching the YouTube and all that stuff on it. If I haven't got any games, or if I finish the game and I can't afford any. So from that point of view, I feel that there's more to offer from that console past the gaming aspect of it. I mean, of course, you're going to buy it to play the games, and I do look forward to seeing them, to playing them. Like Uncharted, that'd be a good game. I just think it seems like a more viable option, because, you know, you can once you've played your 3D games and you finish them, are you going to play them again? You might do, you might not. You might not bother, you might bother, you might not be interested in it, you might not. You might just be buying it for the sake of it. You know, and I'm wondering if that's the difference between Nintendo and Sony. You know, Sony have a bigger following, Nintendo do. So I know, you know, either side people are going to stick with the 3DS or go with the NGP. So that's their choice. But I don't think it's justified the price of it. You know, I'm not. If I wanted to buy for a DS, I think I would just buy the standard one. And people will say, well, people have said to me, But what about the fact that they're going to make more DS games or whatever, or something to that point? I'm not fussed. At the end of the day, on principle, if I'm not a fan of something, I'm not going to be forced into buying something like that, unless the price is similar or justified. Now, fair enough, it's new, it's expensive to make. I guess it's expensive to make, thus the price of it. But that's not justifiable to me. So that's why I won't be getting the 3DS, and I will be getting the NGP. Because, like I say, sometimes you buy these devices, most of the time you buy them purely for gaming. But if you're like me and you can't buy games every week when they come out on time, like people can, then what you're going to do, it's just going to be, you're going to have it, and it's going to go on your desk, and you're not going to play with it, are you? So I think there's a lot more scope with the NGP than the 3DS. So that's why I'll be getting it. I think really it's going to be the better value for money all round. I mean, we don't have the prices yet, and that's one thing that'll probably slow me down in getting it, unless I can get a proper job or something. You never know, this might work out and be my job. I don't know. I gotta work it out. I gotta keep doing videos. But yeah, that's it. I'm probably blabbering on a bit too much now. So if anybody wants, if I'm misinformed or anything at all, and you want to point things out to me that are worth getting in the 3DS, then yeah, feel free to do so. I'm happy to listen to it. And like I say, leave any comments of what you think. Do you think the 3DS is a better, is a worthwhile option to buy? Is the NGP a good enough alternative, even though they are aimed at different types of gamers? And which one are you going to get, if you're planning to get either of them, or have you got the NGP, or have you got the 3DS? So yeah, any feedback, any comments you want to make, please do so in my description down the bottom, and I will be glad. I'll be more than happy to discuss it with you. So this is Dulayne out. Thank you for watching, and that's the end of my next point of view video. Thank you.